today. The first question, I would like to know, how old were you when you realized you wanted to be in the entertainment industry?
That's a good question. I think I always knew that I liked to sing, and I always knew that I liked theater and performance. I don't think I knew that I really wanted to be in the industry because when I was young, that was such a big thing. You know, people you saw on television were just dreams, you know. So I would think that I really realized I really wanted to be in it when I got to college because I knew it was a possibility that I could do this full-time or part-time. And when I started singing, people liked it. So I'm like, oh, okay, I like this.
And what led you to make the decision to pursue music?
I was in music in high school. When I got to college, I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I ended up in the place that was the most comfortable for me, and that was the music department. And after taking so many music classes along with, you know, my English and science and all that stuff, I found out that I had enough music classes to actually get my degree in it. And my father encouraged me to get my bachelor's degree. So what I did is I got a bachelor's degree in music education so that I could teach it. But on the side, I was performing as well.
Who are some of the people who have influenced you throughout your life?
I would say the encouragement of my friends and family have been probably the biggest influencers.
Has anyone ever doubted your ability to become successful in the music industry? And if so, how did you handle it?
I'd say that probably my father was concerned that I wanted to just be a singer. I think he wanted me to go into education, which I did. You know, I think he was real concerned about me having a backup and that type of thing. I think I did have someone who, when I was living in Los Angeles, who told me I had to pick one thing that I wanted to do and do it well. And I totally understand that, but there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do. So I just didn't listen to him. I just kept doing all the things I wanted to do.
Tell me about the Ebony role players.
Okay, so the Ebony role players is something that I never thought that I would be involved in, but the timing was right. So Ebony Role Players is a theater company whose main mission is to really do plays and musicals for the Black community in Grand Rapids. We don't have a Black theater company. We did way back when I started doing theater here. We had a wonderful theater company called Robeson Players, and they did Black theater, but they did also theater that the other theater companies, you know, weren't doing at the time, which involved a lot more diverse casting and diverse themes. So when that theater company went out, I'd say in the late 90s, we haven't had anything like that since. So I just thought, why don't we do something like that again? I was like, we can do this. And I got some friends together and we just decided that, you know, we can start small and do some theater for the community. And since then, it's turned into an education program where we teach young people about theater and the beauty of telling your story. We work with the community on community social issues, and we just do really great theater productions. We do a lot of writing. We get a lot of students to write their own plays, whether they're your age or they're adults, because we believe that the community has a story to tell. And one of the best ways to do it and to bring people together is in either music or in theater. We've been around for 4 years now, and we're just growing and hoping that the community gets to know who we are and come see some alternative programming using the voices of the community.
Cool. What made you want to transition into theater?
Transitioning into theater with me being on stage was kind of accidental. The Robeson Players did this production of Ain't Misbehavin', which is a jazz musical, basically, and someone suggested that I audition for it. And I never thought I would get in, but I did. I got a part.
So about Loving Day, what made you want to start Loving Day? I think it's a very, like, something we really need, celebrating diversity and making sure that everyone can just see the greatness that comes from it. So what made you want to start Loving Day?
So I actually went to a Loving Day celebration in Los Angeles, and they actually do these celebrations across the country, even around the world. And so the first one I went to, my daughter was actually stage managing, and she asked me and my husband to come and actually be one of the performers, and anything to go to Los Angeles. So I said, sure, I'll go. But I didn't really know much about it, and learned so much about the Lovings, the 1967 Loving versus Virginia Supreme Court case, learned a lot about the Lovings. There was just this feeling of inclusion and diversity around the court case and around people in general wanting to be around a diverse population. So when I came back to Grand Rapids after that event, I realized that this is something that we should do here in Grand Rapids, not only to celebrate people who are racially diverse themselves, but an opportunity to bring a celebration of inclusion to the community, where I think we haven't really done that before. And what was real interesting is that the mayor gave us a proclamation that June 12th is now Grand Rapids Loving Day.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's great to have that recognition. Do you have any advice for people who may want to go into the entertainment industry?
Yes. I think if it's your passion, you really need to do something in it. You don't want to regret, you get to a certain age and go, wow, I really should have taken the time to do this. And it can be part-time, it can be full-time, it can be whatever you want it to be. But know as much about your chosen field as possible. If you're going to go into music, you may be a great singer, which is fine. But also know a little bit about music theory, know about writing if you can, know about the business end of it so that you're successful all the way around. Same thing for theater. Not only learn what you should be doing on stage, but what's going on backstage, what's behind stage, what kind of stage manager would I be, if you had an opportunity to make some money that way. I always say, as a musician, know your instrument as well as you can know it. And the other is surround yourself with people who are doing it as well, so you always feel like you're not alone.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, by the way.